Our next story is from Africa. For years, the continent was carved up. Western powers came, they colonized, they exploited. It was called the Scramble for Africa. It left the continent impoverished. They're still recovering from it. And now a new scramble for power is on. This time, they're coming as investors and security providers. The US, China, Russia, they all want a piece of Africa. They all want influence, mineral wealth, and the market. And now they have a new power to contend with. The United Arab Emirates, the UAE. The UAE has become the biggest investor in Africa. In the last few years, it has announced dozens of projects. Between 2019 and 2023, the UAE has invested $110 billion in Africa, which is way more than the traditional players like France and China. These countries have not invested even half of that amount, especially in the recent years. The UAE is beating them. And it's not a sudden phenomenon. The Emirates have long had a footprint in Africa. It began in the early 2000s. The first area of control was ports, starting with DP World. It's a company controlled by Dubai's royal family. DP World manages 6 ports in Africa and plans to build 2 more. Then we have Abu Dhabi. It has managed a port in Guinea since 2013. After ports, it was airlines, like Dubai-owned carrier Emirates. It operates flights to 20 African nations. This was followed by investments in mining. In 2021, Zambia's state mining company took over debt-laden mines, and they were looking for investors. The UAE spotted an opportunity. It paid $1.1 billion to Zambia and took a 51% stake in these mines. In 2022, Dubai struck deals to sell carbon credits from forests. The list included a lot of countries like Zimbabwe, Liberia, and Tanzania. So airlines, ports, mines, agriculture, the UAE is everywhere in Africa. It has multiple investments. It is pouring billions of dollars. And what is it getting in return? Are these investments reaping any benefits? Honestly, it's a bit early for that. Some projects have just been announced, others have just started, and still others have hit a snag. Like a $2 billion investment by Masdar. It ran into financial problems, investments were delayed, and these are just some of the challenges. There are other concerns as well, like reports of illegally smuggled gold, being moved from Africa to Dubai. Reports suggest $35 billion worth of gold goes undeclared in Africa every year. And where does the gold go? It is smuggled out of the continent. 85% of the smuggled gold reportedly goes to the UAE. In the last 10 years, Abu Dhabi is said to have received $115 billion worth of smuggled gold. Despite all of this, the UAE remains a key player in Africa. They've long had a political role, especially in conflicts in Libya and the Sudan. Now they want to be an economic player as well. And they're using the age-old strategy, expanding influence by offering economic assistance. Come in with billions, offer aid, and then stick around for the resources. That's basically what most global powers are doing in Africa. Now that the UAE is stealing the march on them, how will they take it? Will the Emirati projects create real change on the ground, or is this just modern-day land grab disguised as development? Either way, one thing is clear, Africa remains a coveted prize in the global game of influence.